Hello, I'm Miranda, and this is a spotlight on the Warmachine narrative event that took place at the 2023 Nova Open. And we're here at the Nova Open Warmachine tournament that is happening this weekend. We're on Friday of the event, and I believe it's a 3-day event. I'm here with Erica and Paul, who are hosting and have facilitated the event for this year. So how are you doing today, Erica?
We are doing excellent. Hello, everybody.
And Paul?
Very fine, just very, very tired though.
I can imagine. We're a bit early into the convention yet. You still have 2 days to go?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, no breaks on this train. No breaks on the Warmachine train, you know?
So how long is the tournament running?
So, I was gonna say it's so it was started off on Thursday. We had our 2v2. We did Friday. We have our narrative WTC Sparring Arena tomorrow, and then we have the IG final qualifier tomorrow. And also your game.
So just the rapid fire. So Wednesday was open play night. Thursday was a how to play 2v2 tournament, which was a lot of fun. Our players really enjoyed it. It's not a very common format, but it's really great to kind of get the community involved. It's like a social thing too.
Yeah.
We're going to try and get a battle report out on it. We didn't realize there were so many questions when we were doing it, so it's exciting. It's a format that us at Delaware Warmachine really enjoy. Today, which is Friday, we had our IG Masters qualifier for the Iron Gauntlet that's taking place later this year in St. Louis, and then we had the Nova Steamroller for our folks that can't quite make it to Warfare Weekend or are looking for that less hyper-competitive environment.
Fair enough.
Saturday is Paul's big narrative event, which has kind of spearheaded this passion and drive for this 3D beautiful terrain that's on our tables this weekend. Our King of Coin League finals, and then Sunday leads into our IG Masters and another Sunday Steamroller. So we got a pretty full dance card this weekend.
No sleep.
No sleep, but we have an amazing team. A shout out Delaware Warmachine. Thank you so much for all the work. We really couldn't have pulled this off without everybody. It's really been a community effort. Steam and Sorcery, Jason Dinger, thank you for the terrain. We have Ice King here, Taylor, shout out. That's how we're able to get the streaming. So it's really, community networking's been so huge for us, and we really couldn't pull it off if it wasn't for everybody. So thank you so much.
Well, I think it begs the question, we have to talk a little bit about the terrain that you have got on these tables this year, and I believe, Paul, you said that you've assembled. How'd this happen?
So it's a bit of a joint effort as well as a lot of research. So the stuff that we have here is handcrafted with your old installation form from the old No Quarter magazine guide. So a lot of really old stuff there, but it still holds up to this day. And then we also got some really awesome IOSIN terrain. There's a gentleman online on the Warmachine Discord by the name of Workbench Maniac, I believe it was, or Workbench Miniatures. Anyway, this guy ended up creating the whole IOSIN terrain, put it up online for free. Was working with him, talking, and making all the test prints, making sure everything tested just fine, flat, and everything was good to go for the whole community to go. And really, this is very much a community effort where everyone was able to help out with it. Many terrain crafting nights. We would take days off from doing our games, go paint, assemble, and it was just always a fun time.
How many people would you say were kind of all in to get these tables ready to go for Nova?
I mean, what was
15 to 20. It was kind of all hands on deck. So it's really been an honor to be able to put on an event like this at such a large scale. This is our largest event. So last year when the question was posed to us, hey, would you guys feel like taking on Warmachine at Nova? We talked together and went back to the community. It's like, do you guys think this is something we can pull off? We're like, hey, why not? We'll throw our hat in the ring.
Why the move to 3D terrain?
It's more immersive because I mean, if you go and take a look at what most of Mark III was, it was mostly the 2D neoprene stuff.
Yes.
Going here last year, all the tables were just nothing but 2D elements, and you go and see Lord of the Rings, Osgiliath, Minas Tirith, and all the other stuff all over the place. All the Star Wars tables. It's just, I don't think that we were representing the Iron Kingdoms or Warmachine as well as we could have, so we really had to go and step up our game. So we knew that it was going to be important for us to go and make sure that we did our best to make sure that all these terrain would be better. And then overall, I think all of our players have appreciated it. No one didn't have any problems with it, and you could just see a lot more people enjoying the games that they had.
I think this is the first time we actually had people come over with cameras and take pictures at our table. So I've been TOing for most of the weekend so far, and we've had people come by that's like, this is Warmachine. No, it's not Warmachine. And then they see the models from the game, and it's like, oh wow, this is a new. And our players are some of the most creative. We got wonderful artists, kit bashers, and it's really for us to be able to provide them beautiful tables for their beautiful armies was something that it just complements it. And
it's an aesthetic game.
Yeah,
it makes sense that if you have beautiful models, they should be able to enjoy a beautiful environment.
Yeah.
But it also allowed you to have additional scenarios, right? Like you had actual effects specific to each table.
So, you mean about the
the narrative?
So for the narrative region, so what we wanted to do is really lean into making it more unique. So each location for the narrative event will have specific features. So there's going to be trencher networks in the Signar area. Okay. There's going to be Khador artillery that we have up on the hill over there that's hopefully going to be utilized. Yeah. So it's going to definitely feel like all the areas actually do feel like these iconic places in the Iron Kingdoms. And honestly, if this goes off well, I'm excited to explore the other regions potentially in future years for Nova.
We're going to get a zoo table?
A zoo? Dinosaurs?
Yeah, dinosaurs, shout out. Yeah, dinosaurs at zoo. I'm all in, 100%, hoping we have dinos in the jungle, so,
I mean, you got the Orgot game. We should be able to head off to zoo. This should make sense.
Yeah, but, and it's fun too. So with the narrative campaign tomorrow, it's the invaders versus the defenders. So like Paul was saying, so if you look at our tables, each row represents a different region in the Iron Kingdom. So it's all the snow tables are together for Khador, all the Ios tables are together. So we really wanted our players to feel like they are actually playing in these environments that we see art about, we read in the fluff. It's
right.
Exactly.
Encourage people to read the fluff even.
Yeah, it's good. It's good, you guys. Yeah.
And you can do that all from the app now. So or a lot of it anyway. So.
Yeah, it's very and that's the thing too. So we've been doing a lot of learn to plays because we're finding a lot with the community. We have people coming back, and our mantra with Delaware Warmachine's always been community first, game second. Yeah. So shout out to Dan. One of the most profound things that he said, he's a member in our community, is if you make it too much about the game, it becomes too transactional to be sustainable in the community.
That's an point.
Yeah, and then shout out to Seth Cohen, NJSOBs, and Steve Rabideau. They run the Broker Brawl. It's really player experience first, and we find that's when you have that first as your forefront, the game's just not secondary, but the game is what brings us together. That's our...
Right. It's a social experience.
Yeah. And we've really developed friendships, it's gone past game night. We've done some charity stuff together. We've gone out to dinners and movies and barbecues and stuff together. That's been really nice. Nice. Yeah, so...
Well, cool. You enjoying Mark IV so far?
Absolutely been liking it, yeah. I mean, it's a lot faster paced game, and that's actually been fun with all the different demos that we've had, that a lot of people were on the fence or I don't really know about it. They would say, oh, the unit movements, it's not that bad. All the dual attacks is fine. It's just a little bit of a learning curve to it, but I mean, it still feels like Warmachine. It doesn't feel like it's not Warmachine. So everything about Mark IV has been great. I've been happy with all the different releases that have been coming out. Been enjoying the Orgoth. They've been great.
It's been nice too because it's kind of been a soft reset across the board for everybody. So regardless if you've been playing the game since Mark 1 or you're just new to coming back to it, it's been nice to kind of just have this reset across the field and learn all this new stuff together. So it's been good. It's been a good ride so far. We've seen an increase in participation at our steamrollers. Our open play nights is a Tuesday night. We'll have 10 to 14 people that come out to play Warmachine. So yeah, it's good. It's good in the Northeast. And it's really the community building effort. So for those metas who might be struggling out there or looking, to rebuild your community, getting in the store. So Paul, you kind of kick-started this for our community. We just started with 2 people in our basement playing, and you really got to get out to the stores, consistent, showing up's the big thing, and really investing in your players and your community. And
Well, and hobby building nights seem like a really good way to do that.
I mean, we've even done that ourselves where we just had like a terrain paint night or just like a painting hobby night where we just be at our store.
And we've
so
even involved other game systems. So we have like a 40K community that we're with, D&D, and we're like, hey, we open it up. Hey, we're building terrain, and our terrain at our store is accessible to anybody that wants to use it. So.
I love it.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, we're just all trying to have fun, and if we were able to dip our toes in the other communities and expose them to games, right, and stuff, it's just all you're doing is helping everybody else out.
You get really good ideas, and it's good to bounce, and you know sometimes it's good to play something else for a little bit. You know, it's I think that's been our biggest lessons learned in rebuilding our community after COVID kind of decimated the play scene.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you guys are doing amazing work here at Nova. I appreciate what you've done. The tables really have done a lot to draw in people, and it's really nice to see people playing this game again. So.
Thank you so much for taking the time to come over and talk and look at
we're
see our tables and stuff. No, but it's cool that Warmachine is because the GW stuff's like such a huge presence here, so it's really nice to get a spotlight on the community and this game system. So good luck to PP on Mark IV, and we're open just to keep growing bigger.
And see you next year.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Delaware, we will be here next year.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
Hey,
thank you.
appreciate your time. Thank you.
And thanks again to Erica and Paul for taking the time to interview and for hosting a wonderful narrative event this year at Nova Open. Let me know in the comments if you've participated in a narrative event, what you think of the 3D terrain coming back, and the idea of having a game master also acting as a judge in a narrative event like that. And of course, if you like content like this, please also support me by giving me a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. So thank you again, and we'll see you in the next video.